Hello, all. Welcome to the day 28 of the daily case study series for CBSE grade 12. The question goes like this: read the following passage and answer the questions given below. In an office, three employees, Jayant, Sonia, and Oliver, process incoming copies of a certain form. Jayant processes 50% of the forms, Sonia processes 20%, and Oliver the remaining 30% of the forms. Jayant has an error rate of 0.06, Sonia has an error rate of 0.04, and Oliver has an error rate of 0.03. Based on the above information, answer the following questions. So before we start answering the questions, let us first make the tree diagram for this. Jayant, Sonia, and Oliver. Jayant processes 50%, which is equal to 0.5. Sonia processes 20%, which is equal to 0.2. Oliver processes 30%, which is equal to 0.3. Error rate for James is 0.06. Error rate for Sonia is 0.04, and error rate for Oliver is 0.03. The first question says find the probability that Sonia processed the form and committed an error. Sonia processed the form and committed an error. So this will be equal to 0.2 into 0.04, which is equal to 0.008. P of Sonia and error has happened, which is equal to 0.08. Second question, find the total probability of committing an error in processing the form. Total probability of committing an error is equal to, so first we have to find out James processes the form and error is there. So for that it is 0.5 times 0.06, which is equal to 0.030. Then for Sonia we have found out, and for Oliver 0.3 into 0.03. That is, Oliver has processed the form and he has got an error, which is equal to 0.009. Total probability of getting error will be the sum of all these three, irrespective of who has processed it. 0.030 plus 0.008 plus 0.009, which is 0.047. Question number 3. The manager of the company wants to do a quality check. During inspection, he selects a form at random from the day's output of processed form. If the form selected at random has an error, find the probability that the form is not processed by Giant. So we should consider the other two cases because error is there and that it is not processed by Giant. So P of not James and error form, which is equal to favorable outcomes by possible outcomes. Favorable is 0.008 plus 0.009 by 0.047, which is equal to 0.017 by 0.047, that is 17 by 47. Question number 4. Let E be the event of committing an error in processing the form, and let E1, E2, E3 be the events that Jayant, Sonia, and Oliver processed the form. Find the value of summation 1 to 3 P of EI given E. Okay. Sigma I is equal to 1 to 3 P of EI given E. This can be rewritten as P of E1 given E plus P of E2 given E plus P of E3 given E. By Bayes' theorem, each one can be expanded. The first term can be written as P of E1 times P of E given E1 by P of E1 times P of E given E1 plus P of E2 times P of E given E2 plus P of E3 times P of E given E3. The same way for the second term, P of E2 times P of E given E2 by P of E1 into P of E given E1 plus P of E2 P of E given E2 plus P of E3 times P of E given E3 plus for the third term P of E3 times P of E given E3 by P of E1 into P of E given E1 plus P of E2 into P of E given E2 plus P of E3 into P of E given E3. The denominators are same in all the three terms. So if we sum it up, we get P of E1 times P of E given E1 plus P of E2 times P of E given E2 plus P of E3 P of E given E3 by the denominator P of E1 into P of E given E1 plus P of E2 P of E given E2 plus P of E3 P of E given E3. So the numerator and the denominator gets cancelled and we get the value as 1. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel Math with Meenakshi for more smart learning videos. See you all with another case study question tomorrow.